Hello everybody, how you doing? We've got a Burlington Northern here to take a look at, see if it runs or not. So let's open it up and see what we got. Two. And I can see the wire's not connected, so I'm going to have to resolder that. So yeah, it's not looking so great. Let's give it a little bit of juice here. Let's see if the motor wants to do anything. Oh, I can feel it. It's trying. It's just barely kind of spinning there, I think. So, take a look inside. Look at these gears over here. Get them all cleaned up. Come on now. Come off of there, would ya? You're gonna be difficult, aren't you? You can just give this a pinch and it'll pop right off. So, alright, I'll get that off. Alright, as you can see, I got the assembly out, and I'm going to open this up, take a look inside, get these gears cleaned up a little bit, and see if we can get this to run. Alright, I got it apart. I put a little lubrication there. These are like, they won't spin at all. There we go. I got that one up's turned. That one won't move at all. Get the thing out of there. Something's been spilt into it. See if I can get this one out. It spun a little. Oh well. Got the main gear off. Even that looks like it might be broken. But let's see if the motor's going to work anyway. Yeah, it's working. Well, alright, let's see if we can put some gears back in this and get it to actually operate. You should basically almost fall right out. But that one popped. I actually think a bit of that metal tab has broke off inside these. So this doesn't hardly even have a tab anymore. This one doesn't either. So I don't know. The motor might work, but it might have deteriorated a bit there and might not actually be able to be fixable. Okay, quick update here. I got a couple things going. The motor works. Taking off the gears, a bit of the metal kind of came off, so I'm gonna have to clean out the inside of these gears here. You can see there's a tiny bit of metal in there. Hopefully I can get that cleaned out so I can reinstall those. And we'll have to clean all that junk up real good, and possibly might be able to salvage it. At the same time, I pulled out another motor to see if I might do the swap, and which I determined this motor works. I've pulled it apart. It's missing the spring that presses the little tab in against the commutator, so clean that up. I'm going to try to make and install a little spring in this and reinstall all that and see if I can get that to work. So I've got a couple different things going at the same time here. Alright, I was able to fasten a little homemade spring to stick in there, and it seems to be running. I need to reinstall the gear here and clean it all up, and we'll have to solder a couple wires on, and that will be able to do the repair for either this Rock Island, or I believe I took it off of this Midnight Special. So I'll be able to repair either one of these now, or I can repair this Virginian. Same motor in all three of them. So, plus that one. So, we got a little something to work with, I hope. Okay, now that I've started to clean this up, I'm noticing a lot of cracks. Crack going all along here. Crack going all along here. This one along here. Another one comes along here. Splits all the way across the front of this right here. So this I don't know if it has rot or not. The little tabs aren't at their best. Part of them broke off when I pulled the gear out. If you look inside each one of these gears, there's a little bit of metal still in there, so I'm going to have to take a router tool and try to get that out. So what I think is best is this motor runs really strong. This one's kind of weak, so I think I'm going to pull the motor out of this, put it in that, switch this over to this one, and try to get one really good one going. Because this is going to be kind of difficult with the gears anyway. So just thought I'd kind of give an update on that. If I can get this gear off without damaging it or losing it. Go. Damage it too much. actually take out. Clean this up a little bit. Okay, it took a little bit of work. Had to make a little tab to help hold the springs and everything in place while I put it back together. So let's see if it's going to work. Sounds strong. The light's not working, but that could be that it just might need to be grounded into that brass fitting there. So yeah, I need to do some soldering. I should be able to get this going. Install this gear right here. Alright. Okay, I just installed the main drive gear. And let's see how it wants to do. Pick it up here. There you go. Gonna need to do some tweaking here, get this opened up and lubricate it and do a few things. But I think we might be able to get this going. As you can see, this one's much cleaner, nicer, newer. Switched it from this one that's all cracked all up all over the place. You see there's huge long cracks going all along here. Okay, now I put this one back together, the one that's got all the cracks in it with the other motor. I still need to manufacture some sort of a spring for this side. So let's see if it's going to work for us. Yeah, it's working. Just trying to get this wire down into pushing that into the commutator. Needs to be a spring inside there. This one's just touching the outside because this one's got the spring in it and this one doesn't. So with a little bit of work, I think I can get a spring stuck in that, and I can make this one with the cracks also be a runner. Okay, I took it all apart, lubed up the inside. Turns out the center gear has a crack in it, if you noticed. So the back drive wasn't getting proper, every once in a while it was missing. So it was basically only two-wheel drive half the time. So that goes in with the rest of all that to make that somehow work. But this is singing pretty good now, though. So I think we'll should be able to get this to going. Alright, I got the wire soldered on there. As you can see, motor's running. Most important, these are really dirty. But this is the wire that I soldered to send it to it. So clean these up and it'll probably do better, but let's see. And it works. So my soldering worked. Alright, we need to clean these wheels up, lubricate it, get it reassembled, clean it all up, and we should be able to run it a bit. Get those wheels nice and clean and shiny. Alright, I got it all back together, installed the light. Let's see what we get. And the light works too. This took a lot of work. Wires needed to be resoldered. The original chassis was all cracked up, so I took another motor, but the motor was good, but the chassis was bad, so I took the good motor out, switched it over to a different chassis, and then installed all that, soldered the wires all back together, cleaned and lubricated it all up. So yeah, the original chassis here, it's got a lot of cracks in it, but I stuck the old motor in this one, and this works. I just need to get a spring in here, and this will work. Plus there was a cracked gear. The center gear had a crack in it. So yeah, it took a lot of work to get this to run, but I am ready to clean it up a little bit and stick it on the track and see how much our work paid off. Alright, we got it on the track. Let's see what it wants to do.